of the archers, I want to kind of display the ScoreBreak, what do you call it? The ScoreBreak platform. And so what you're seeing right now is ScoreBreak as a platform once you're actually into it. Now, the thing you see over here on the left side, this is something that I built into my portion of ScoreBreak. And so you can customize this in a way where it'll allow you to tag certain things that you can utilize in the game. Now, a couple other cool points about ScoreBreak, and I know this is kind of a salesy thing, but I think that it's by far the best video program because it allows you to control everything. A couple quick things. You can live record and stream down to iPads on the field so that after a play happens, about 10 seconds later, you can see the play develop and have coaching points for your players. Now, I'm not sure about exactly what that costs, but I know that I want to say it's like $800 a season for the package that we got for Cherokee Trail. And within that package, it's just something that if you can have that live element, it can really help your coaching, because a lot of times when I'm coaching, I will think something happened, but then when I watch film again, I realize that it was definitely someone else. Once again, if you have any questions or comments, leave them in there and I will address them at the end. And now we're going to we're going to get going. So here we go. Let's set the stage. So the first aspect of this is that we are now at, once that Redwoods Atlas thing moves, I'll know exact time. I want to say it's like 6 minutes, 40 seconds in the fourth quarter. And so we are going to discuss the Archers defense. So as they're playing, we have a nice little pick here. We get a very good kind of like just show into space by this player here, right? So as he comes off, it's going to be a relatively easy switch. Okay. The other thing is in this moment, the slip, I feel, should have come this way instead of up, but that's something else to say. Another thing in terms of this is the Waterdogs not having a full year of experience under their belt is really going to hurt them in terms of having 3 practices and then all of these games. I don't think it's going to be something that is, if they had a full year, I feel like they'd have a much better chance, and maybe they'll do really well in the actual championship series, but we'll kind of see. Okay, so now let's say I want to talk through a switch, right? So that was a decent switch. I'm going to click switch, boom, and now when I go through to my thing again, I will have this switch accessible, ready to go, ready to show my guys, right? So nice little switch. Get a nice little sweep here. Throwback. Good shot. Not a bad play. Let's see where he came from real quick. So just a nice little pop off the crease because the crease showed a little bit. Good little shot. We're going to have to go a little bit quicker through these because the defense here, just the 4-minute possession was pretty ridiculous. Notice how all poles have their sticks out. Drives me nuts that my players still don't do this. Decent little pick behind, another easy switch. Good little slip to the cage. Now we've got our one-on-one. Really good defense here. Okay, so this is what committed combo, I want to say Coach Pugh was saying yesterday, is that Ryan Boyle pointed out a bunch of free doubles. So this is what a free double is. Let's go up here. Let's find free double. Where are you? That's defensive on ball, defensive off ball. Free double. Boom. So now as he's dodging, because his player, and by his player, I mean his teammate here on the wing, or up top. Oh, I can't drag that way. So as the dodge is coming up the hash, right, he's about to turn the corner. And because the Waterdogs player in this area of the field doesn't, what I would do is just fade, step right in behind his defenseman for a 2-pointer. Because he's not there, he allows this double team to happen because he's not moving, right? And so that is one of the things that coach from Committed Combine said, I think it was this morning. Okay, so off of an end line, we have another nice, I think we're going to get another dodge here. I haven't gone over this yet. I just remember watching it in person. Good little question mark. Another just continuing our possession. One thing that's really surprised me about the PLL is how well the defenseman can handle one-on-one against some of the best players in the world. Like it's definitely, the defense needs, okay, so there we go. We got a nice slide and recover here. So the defense does a really good job. So we're going to need a dodge from the 2, which is top center. Nice little roll back. I really love the rolls back and forth up top just because you're top center in front of the goal. It really works. Now we've got a crease, follow, or mirror behind, and we get this nice slide and recovery. Now, the communication of this slide and recover is really well done. You can tell that right as he slides, like he's already recovering. That communication factor is absolutely huge when you think about defense from a high school perspective. If the players can communicate through that, that's a huge thing. One drill we use to do that is the Salisbury call drill. It's totally outlined. It's a very nice, easy way to do that. So now if I'm using my ScoreBreak program, I'm going to come up to defense and I'm going to go to my, I want to say it would be a crease, slide, and recover. I'm not exactly sure where. There we go, slide and recover. Boom. So now as I watch through it, you see the slide and recover, and you take it out. Boom. Now, that was a nice playthrough. Let's go over some of the offensive points. Dodge goes, pop goes behind. Notice that this player, as the dodge moves away from him, comes inside so that he can easily rotate up and over if the ball is thrown back. The dodger steps away and now re-dodges. And as he's playing the shorty, notice that the recovering player here already had time to get back in. We get the throwback. The player I mentioned earlier rotates up to him. We get one more pass, and now we get another one-on-one against the original on-ball defenseman who defended the original dodge. So let's watch this guy as we come back through, right? So he was the original on-ball defender. Now as he, oh no, he wasn't. Yes, he was. Yep, and now as he recovers, he is now the one-on-one again. And now we get a nice little pass inside because they are going to slide again. Now this is where having a 2 here is necessary. They slide. Actually, did that ball went through to the backside? Okay, so it was missed. So he missed the feed inside. It pops right up to him. He gets a nice, I think a stick checked it out actually. But so now we get a good little box out on the end line. All right, so now we got a nice little invert. Roll back, got to fix your arm pads, look pretty. Just kind of jogging it through to X, eyes are up, feed it up top. Feed was off enough, but he still takes the 2, misses the 2. Now, in the later portions of this set, you're going to see the Waterdogs stop moving quite a bit, and it's going to show you how easy it is for the Archers to slide and recover. So, nice little 2-man game behind, just to set it up. The reason why a lot of collegiate teams don't use this area of the field to set their picks and to utilize it in the same way as it would up top in terms of, what would you call it, hang-up game 2-mans, which Monroe has outlined in a way I've never seen before, which if you get a chance to watch that webinar, definitely do. The ability to use the crease to come under these makes it not the best way of using picks behind. Like you're going to want to use razor picks, which is essentially running east to west across the back of the goal to set picks. But watch how easily he just gets through here. It's way too easy if you're setting picks right at X. And so instead, you're going to want to use this area here where you can turn up field and turn up field there to set your picks, not directly behind the goal, right? If you're coming really hard on a razor pick, behind the goal can work, but it's not the best way to do it. Okay, so now we get this nice view behind, and this is something that I absolutely love. Okay. Watch how early this player slides. He's not going to sit back and let them just distribute from X. It's way too dangerous to distribute from X. Now, as he just slides out, now we've got a pull on the ball, and it's and you get the ball out of that position. Now, he didn't communicate the recovery well. I think he kind of just showed and went back. But the fact that he kind of knew that he had these players kind of defended inside, I think this might have been a decent look. But the fact that he just goes to get it out of that area, I thought was a great job. Pass up top, shot goes off. And so right here, I think he's closest. They don't give him the ball. I think the Archers were closest here, and this is a really heads-up play by having the attackman run it out. Earlier in this game, there was a play where the box released and a shot hit pipe and went out on the sideline, and they did the right call by going there. But so as this ball went out of bounds, this ref is the one who has to make this call. You know, he might not be. So let's see. This is a 10 yards from this point to here, and then it's 10 yards to here. I don't know. Maybe he was closest. I think he might have been closer. But in the moment, I thought that this attackman was definitely closer. All right. So good call. Good call. Maybe. We'll give the ref credit. Their job is hard enough. All right. Ball comes back in. Top right. Or the 3 spot is what I call that. Pass to the wing on the 6. Getting a little wing dodge. Nope. Kind of a fake dodge. Now we're dodging from the 2. Get another pick. Now, okay. This drives me nuts. If you're not going to be a part of the play, right? So right here, as he's coming in, I have no idea who this is, and I'm sure he's a much smarter player than I am a coach, so I probably shouldn't be outlining this. But as this dodge comes through, this player's coming to do a 2-man game, and now as the ball easily moves and we're going to get this other 2-man game, you have to be aware of just either getting out of the way or getting low enough to these corners so that they actually have the room to dodge. Like it's just something that can kind of bug me. Now we get this little 2-man game. It's a super easy switch again, and then just a nice little rollback and a shot. So this, I think, is almost a planned shot where they're now trying to get on the same page, and this is something where the newness of being with all these new players is something that I feel is why they didn't look quite as good. Now they are in this planned attack from X, and actually let me I would do so right here. If I'm using ScoreBreak, tell them POWLAX sent you. If you now get ScoreBreak because of this, I would go to my own thing that I built that says defensive skills, and oh nope, switch isn't in that one. Either way, oh yeah, it is right there. Boom, switch. So now when I want to tell my players about how to switch, I'll look at that one. So it's coming off the end line. We're going to get a 2-man game behind. Nice little refuse. Easy switch again. Let's find that. Let's see this off ball. Okay, so now let's talk about the spacing up top. If you're dodging from X, there's spacing up top. You got to think inside, outside, up above, right? So you have your snipers who are high above, kind of in that 2-point range, probably at that 14-yard marker, because they all have range, but now they're going to be stepping into, you know, if you want to go for 2-pointers, you're going to be at 16, so you can catch it, step in 2 yards, and take your shot from 14. But if you're just trying to get ones, you can step, and if you're just playing regular, you're going to stand on 14 so that you can take your shot from 12, maybe even 10, could be even 8. Now, inside, I hate the fact that they are all kind of equidistant up there as they're beginning in their positions. I would want a couple more inside. I would want him higher to keep him away from anybody else, and I would want him about 2 yards higher here so that these two can operate inside, while these two, if the two inside draw their defenseman down, now you're looking at your step downs. But so you have the nice little swim over, and now we're just kind of back into a one-on-one invert with a mirror. The movement up top is okay, but it's not. So let's watch that little 7 seconds again. The only part of the play that I see as someone trying to off-ball create space for someone else is this back pick right here. As he cuts, now he backs up. He tries to set a back pick right here that could work in this area, but he does a good job of just staying in space and playing the space rather than the players. But now look how far away from his man he is. Now you've got players inside that are open. But because he set this back pick, or I guess what I'm trying to say is, let's say you play men's league. This is a weird analogy. My favorite players to play with in men's league are the players who play off ball and just come set picks for me or other players who they know can catch and finish inside, because playing good off-ball defense is much harder than playing good on-ball defense. Off-ball defense is why defense is so hard. It's just so hard to keep track of different players. And the fact that the Waterdogs here aren't setting more picks for each other off-ball, I feel, is why they aren't open. Okay, so now we get the ball back up to the 3 spot. Get a nice little dodge, sweep over the top, and there's your free double again. This player standing up here, ready and waiting, could be expecting to get a 2 dodge again, but it doesn't matter. Any ability for them to dodge, like they just wasted this pull out and fake dodge in order to make this pass, right? So this is a really good free double. I'm definitely going to find this one because free double. Very, very easy. I think they get the slide and recover too, so we're going to watch it one more time. Right, so you get the double from 5, and you get the slide from the crease, and everybody here is covered up. I think there's another player down here in the 4 spot. Yep, there is. So how does that happen? Okay, so you draw a slide from inside, and you get a free double, and you've got one player here playing 2. How is this player not right in on the pipe? Right, and now you get a short stick recovery that is, super slow coming right back to it. You get, okay, so now we've got another nice little 3-man slide package here. So ball goes up top, nice little split to the left. Now, in this event, he's kind of in a pick position, and you're going to get this switch. Now, because of this player moving back away, you're not actually going to switch and have the original on-ball player come to play this player. Instead, and I guess because the crease player's defenseman looks like he's going to come up to pick the player that switched, but it doesn't work very well. Now, as they throw back, it leaves the second picking player available to move upfield to this player in the 2. Easy slide recovery, no benefit drawn, and that's just extremely good communication and defense on the defensive end. And so let's just kind of outline this again before we go. So Dodger's going to come through. He's going to split to his left. They're going to run, what did someone called it? Someone was talking to me earlier, and they called it like I don't know, it was a French pick or a Spanish pick. I think that's what it was. And a Spanish pick is a pick on the player who switches in a pick, right? So this player is going to switch. This player is going to recover to the middle, actually. He'll actually recover back to this player. And then this, as the second pick comes to pick the switching player, this player is going to, I think, come back through to the original picker, right? So you have the split, the slide, the throwback, and then we're going to recover to it from the crease. So the original on-ball player is going to recover inside, and then the second pick's defenseman is going to rotate up. This is why I make videos and I don't talk through this and do these live things very much, because I can articulate that and then break it all down a lot smoother if I can actually take the time to do it. But so I thought that was a very good defensive stand. Okay, so now you're getting into 17 seconds left in the shot clock. Little wing dodge action to just a feed, and now because the Archers were sliding so quickly, that's why he took this, right? And so is this a shorty on the wing? So you're going to early slide to the shorty, feed inside, easy 2. What I really like about this slide and the 2 here is that the reason he goes is because his man is at X, right? So he thinks he's going to X, and because his man is at X, even if the ball is thrown here instead of here, now these players are going to have more time to rotate down than they would to get to him, simply because he can't score from behind the goal. So nice little check inside, brown ball. Now we are throwing back to the keeper. I want to say they turn it over again, but I'm not sure. I want to say that was the whole 6 minutes, which in that whole thing, like you've got a ton. Yeah, that was the whole 6 minutes. So in that whole 6 minutes, we had a switch that we liked. We had a free double that we liked. We had a nice little slide and recover here. Ooh, slide, recover, bump him back through. Look at him. Look at him right here. Look at this point through to where he needs to go. That is excellent communication. That is excellent work right there. Nice little throwback to 2. Okay. That should have been a goal. Ooh, that would have been a big, big game changer right there. I didn't really go through I didn't tag anything in there. Now we've got another nice little switch. Another free double. Another job pointing. So that I love that. Watch him point this player through. So simple. So easy. I mean, it's actually really, really difficult. Another great slide and recovery. Should probably tag that one up. That's a really good one. So back when I was at Vista, we had a play called Power 1. Power 1, let's see if I'll just, let me think. So basically, Power 1 was a play where you had 2 players up top, you had a player on the crease. The one of the players up top would come and pick for the other player up top, kind of on the edge, and if the player sweeped and used the pick, the crease player would step up to pick the switch. Now, if he didn't do that, the player on the crease would float to the opposite side, because since you took the adjacent defenseman and used him in the original pick, if you go down the alley, you now have no one guarding the skip pass through to the float, which was, a really, really nice play. So that, I believe, was the defensive stand, and now we're going to keep watching this because you're going to see how the fact that they were able to play defense so well allowed them to then come back and score to go up 1, right? Now, carrying over, I like goalies that'll do that. Nice throw to the box coming out. I love the pushing in transition. I love the running all the way to X, especially with the shorty, because now you can kind of relax. You can look up field. Okay, now that's just outrageous. All right, so Schreiber